Hello, Vanessa.
Hello, Lori. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. You've been a traveling machine these past few days.
I have, but it's important. Wanted to bring my son home for the Christmas holidays, so just did what I could to get him here, and he's here now. So everything is good. Glad to
What
have him
year is
back
he in
home.
school?
He's a junior, I believe. He still has a little bit of time. He's a very, you know, low hour junior. He
I hear you.
just yeah, just
I'm
crossed
a
that
low-hour
threshold this summer.
sophomore.
Yeah. So
Mm,
he's hoping to graduate in I think sometime in 2025. I
that
hope.
seems good. Well, that makes sense because my daughter's a senior and she's graduating in 2024, so 2025 would be
Yeah,
about.
that's what. So yeah, just as long as he doesn't take. I said, now listen, when you cross that, you get too close to 5 years. That's ridiculous. So it's time for you to find something else to do.
Oh goodness, sorry about that. That's the devil. That was my sophomore son calling.
Oh.
Um, I know. This is the time of year I'm like, so how are your finals going, Rocco? Oh my gosh. Hello, Rocco. How are you, love? Good. I'm live right now. I know. You
Hey,
always,
everybody,
I haven't talked to him in a while.
how's it
Let me call you
going?
right back, okay? I love you. Oh my gosh. We got to put on the do not disturb. I'm so sorry, everyone. So when I used to do lives on my other channel, Rocco would like come in and say hello from Walmart, hello from
Yeah, I
Colorado.
saw hello from Walmart. Well, hello.
That is fantastic. I'm going to put on do not disturb on my phone right now. And my daughter's driving home right now. So this is a hectic time. Anybody in the comments waiting for children to arrive or gearing up to go pick up kids?
Yeah. I
Both
mean,
my kids
it's
have cars, so I did not. Well, your son has a car too, but you didn't want him to do the drive alone.
well, it's a lot of driving, and I didn't mind flying out there and driving back with him. Just to, we split the drive up in half. So he drove half, I drove half. I think we're both equally exhausted just from from
Well, I
driving.
appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being
Sure,
here.
of course, of
Um,
course.
so we postponed our Monday live to come to hang out today. Hi, Charmaine. Hi, Heidi and Tracy. We have so many people here. She's in the pickup line at school, Charmaine.
Oh
Um,
goodness,
yeah.
I
So
remember those days.
yes, waiting and waiting. We used to like have a line
Yes.
that would like wrap around, and the kids would always be like,
Oh.
"No, you're always last in line." Like, I'm sorry, I'm a last minute girl. Um, so if
Oh,
there's
there's
anything,
Lumpy.
Mr. Lumpy is here to say hi. If there's anything anybody wants to talk about special in the chat, we were going to talk. What did I even put in the description? I know we're going to talk about Toyo boxes and
Uh-huh.
Trusco boxes because you put some good content up on Instagram comparing the two, and it came up in our
Yeah.
chat last week. So I thought it would be a good thing to talk about. Um,
Yeah, I had
yeah.
to check that out. Definitely had to check that out after, I can't remember what her name was who brought it up, but I was like, well, that opened a whole new can of worms to,
Whoa.
to investigate.
For sure. So we have them. Okay, Charmaine's excited to hear about the boxes. So we can get
Yeah.
into it. I have
Oh,
three
there
different.
she is. It was Crafty Mary. She's here. She just showed up. She's the one
Oh,
who last week had mentioned the Trusco boxes on Amazon. So that's what got this whole thing started.
look at what you've started, Mari. I
Look what you've
appreciate
done,
it.
Mari. Look what you've done.
Look what you made me do. Hello, Tina. Welcome. Okay, so I feel like you were the first person, you are a really bad influence, Vanessa. I have spent hundreds of dollars since we've met. Just so you know.
Some would say I'm a good influence.
That's true. It depends on how you look at it. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. But you were the first person I had my eye on the Toyo boxes for a while, and then
Uh-huh.
you tested out that really pretty red one when
Oh,
you
I
were
love the red one.
featuring the Inkvent calendar colors from 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And that got my wheels going. And then I ordered a little baby white one from Atlas and
So
quickly
cute.
realized that it was a little baby nugget and it didn't fit. It only fits it doesn't fit the whole Inkvent calendar. I think it
Yeah.
fits 15. So then I'm
I
like,
don't
well,
know.
now
Well, it looks like you can squeeze in a few more in there.
yeah, I'm still go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 in here. So yeah, it will
Okay.
probably fit about 20, but I don't think it will fit the whole.
I don't know. I think you could squeeze it in there.
We can rip
Just
open that
squeeze.
purple box right now. I can just put them in.
Just, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. What knife does Vanessa have today? Okay, before we go to the boxes, I forgot we usually do our little bag planner
That's
pen,
right. We
you
have to
know,
do
knife.
our carry, what we're
Yeah.
carrying.
If
So
you're if
yeah,
you're new, if you're new, we Vanessa and I like to start each episode with or each whatever you want to call this with a bag that we're carrying for the day, a planner or an everyday carrier of sorts. And Vanessa
yes.
often shows us her everyday carry that is a knife. I'm not sure what she's going to show us today. I'm not sure. You never do know. You never know.
Well, I have to say that I haven't been carrying a knife because I was, I had to fly on an airplane on Monday. So when I travel, when I go out of town or anything, of course I have to carry a big bag.
Okay.
And
Yep.
so no knife carry this time around. So this is the bag I took with me this time. It's it's kind of dusty under here.
Classic.
So this is the Louis Vuitton Petite Noah. And just because it has petite in the name, don't let that fool you. It can hold a lot. It's just a shorter than the regular size Noah, which the regular size Noah is just huge. It's too big. I used to have that and I got rid of it because it was just too much bag. So,
That can be
but
dangerous. Big bags. You just fill them up.
I know, right? So, but what I carried in here, this is what I carried. Y'all probably seen this on Instagram. So this is what was with me. So it's a knock case in unicorn. I think I called this one unicorn barf.
Oh,
And so I couldn't carry a knife, obviously, because it would get confiscated by the TSA. But what I did have a knife pin
uh,
on my case that says, I'll cut you.
and
I don't know
you
if you
said
could see it.
take that TSA.
Yes. And then, of course, for my zipper pulls, I have two little brass knuckles there. They're just so adorable. And
All your weapon garnishing is really, I really
weapon
appreciate.
garnishing. But yeah, so that's just what I carried in my bag. It was big enough. And I have notebooks in here. I've got a little Esterbrook notebook in
From the little
here.
set, the little box.
Yes, from the box, exactly. And then I have a little Galen leather passport notebook with me. And then of course I'm carrying the redo of the Esterbrook
About this.
Aqua. So that is what I've been carrying. So those are my no weapons today. Sorry guys. I know that y'all get excited
Weapon
about that.
garnishing. That was a fun carry. It's very real too, because you just traveled and
Right.
yes. You had the retro 51.
I do have the retro 51 in here. So that I always have a ballpoint or a roller ball with me just because you never know when you might need that. So I do have that in here with everything. So this is the Aqua, and then that is what is this pen? This is the Radius one from Stilo Style because it matches. So everything is color coordinated and matchy.
I love how the iridescent, like the Stilo and Style, kind of picks up the
it
colors.
does. Yeah, it does. So everything, even the notebooks match. So I just,
Wow. For as coordinated as Vanessa is today, I am polar opposite.
the opposite.
I really am. Hi, Roxy. Welcome. And Charmaine, I do want to talk about the Aqua because I need to know if I need that. I'm not sure.
I need to know.
I need to know. I am struggling right now because the pen that I wanted to share is my baby, and I don't know.
You finally got your baby?
I did, and how can I not have her for this conversation here? The baby. Is she right here? She hides because she's so little. I do have her. Okay, did I share this bag last week? Because I feel like I've shared this.
No, you were carrying a Coach bag last week.
Okay, well, this is a really truthful bag that I carry with me around the house. This is a Dagny Dover bag. This is from their Canvas line. They have really nice, almost like neoprene backpacks, super lightweight that you can, wipe down. And I have one of their backpacks that I really love. I did a video like what's in my bag But I was really curious about these canvas bags because they kind of remind me of the Superior Labor bag, the little baby bag that I have.
It does have the same shape or a
It
similar
does.
shape.
It's got
Yes.
really heavy, nice canvas as
That is a
well.
nice bag.
This
Ooh,
has like a little thing on the bottom
oh, how
that
nice.
keeps it from getting dirty. They have a taller version of this, which is too deep. I don't like it, but this is phenomenal for me because I will just throw like my pen case in here, my phone, this little guy, notebooks, my cousin, and I literally carry this around the house with me all day.
What do you mean you carry? I don't carry a bag around the house. So you grab a bag and you carry it around the house?
Well, hear me out. So in this room that I'm in right now, this is Anthony, my oldest son's bedroom. My dog, now Lumpy, sleeps in here at night, and he sleeps over here, and you can kind of see the little crate. In the morning, I used to come in here, and this is where I would like, just do my thing, write my morning pages, or I'd go sit on the couch, but all of my pen supplies are up here. But now I wake up about 2 hours before Lumpy does. So I can't leave any of my pen stuff in this room at night, which is where it lives. So I put it all in this bag and I leave it outside the door. So when I wake up in the morning, he doesn't bother me. Queen Elizabeth carried her bag around the house as well.
That's true. That is so true. I forgot about that. And didn't she her purse is depending on how she carried it, it signaled certain things. For what, like it's time to go, kind of,
like I flip it this way, like get the car started, right?
Yes, yes. So
I like that. How big is that house? It's not the size of the house. I am like,
question.
I just need to throw it all in the bag, and then I know I have it. Hi, Karina. Welcome, honey. Thanks for being here. Oh, show your new Kawecos. Okay, we'll get to that. So I have this bag, which I really cannot recommend enough, and I love it.
That is a nice bag. It looks very sturdy, and I like
And
the color a lot.
It has outside pockets too, so you can put like anything.
Oh, how nice.
On both sides. After this airs, I will leave a little link because I think you can save $20 on
$20
on a $100 purchase or more with my link.
Oh,
great.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
Yes. So I will leave that. And then, so I have my little baby who finally arrived.
Oh,
and it's so
cute.
Precious. I really enjoy it. And you were right, Vanessa. This nib is a dream.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for a little pocket pen.
Yes, and we'll do a little size comparison. So it's it's a pull off like this, and then you screw on the back, which I know Vanessa demonstrated in previous weeks. And this is it compared to a TWSBI mini and to a regular Kaweco, and that's not even posted. It's tiny, but I think what is so redeeming about it is that it's weighty. So if it was this small and also light like a Kaweco, it would not fly with me. But the fact that it's kind of heavy, and also I typically don't like a metal section. I don't like that, but I love this pen. I don't know if I truly do love it, and it's a good thing because it is a pricey little nugget, but it's also only cartridge, so you can only use little cartridges in here. So I have Corn Poppy Red in here, which is
that's a nice choice
to this. So with that, I have not broken into this notebook yet, but I got this from Cult Pens, and it's the Around the World in 80 Days notebook from Montblanc.
Oh,
and this
how nice.
It's really pretty. It's got like the little gold foil. I have not touched it because it's just like
it's a little baby too.
Right? It's a nice little compliment to my baby. But it is a special little notebook, so I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. But this is what I have. Really, what I write on all day are the little cheapy $13 notebooks that someone told us about here as well. I learned so much from the chat, so thank you.
I do too. I know. That's so much. So you guys are amazing. I like when we put all of our brains together and can share all this different information. That's one of the things why I like what we're doing here. It's completely interactive with the audience. So, I think it's a lot of fun.
Think of all the money we can spend together.
Oh, gosh. We can really make a lot of trouble together, guys.
Yes.
So much trouble.
Yeah. I think in the new year, at least for me personally, I'm going to really try to breathe. And especially with my ink, I need to just get all of my inks out and in front of me and be able to, decide what I'm using. And it's that age old, like if you can't see it, it's sometimes you'll buy new stuff when you have something that works.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah, so we don't want to do that. Yes, I think Karina needs to join the Juicy Broads, but she loves fine broads, but she still likes them to be juicy. Even if
Juicy
they're extra fine, she
fines.
still likes
Juicy fine.
Juicy fine. Yes. We would love to have Karina on the show. We will make that happen for sure. So what about, do we want to talk about Kaweco art first, or do we want to talk about Toyo boxes?
We could talk about the Kaweco art first. I think that's fine. I would love to show off my new Kaweco.
Please do. I'm going to try to find mine while you do that.
Say, which one did you get?
We got the same one. So
we did get the same one. I can't remember.
We didn't talk about it in advance. We both just gravitated towards that one.
I did. So I've got mine in this cute little case for little baby pens.
I need a baby case now.
That's what it's a little Galen leather Kaweco case. And actually, I think it's big enough for 2, but you could actually squeeze in 3. I haven't had a problem. Like, let's see, the other one has, so I have a purple one as well. So in this one, I actually have 4 pens in here, 4 mini pens.
Can you still sell that, Vanessa? Is that still available, that size?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
It should be. But yeah, I've got, there's my baby. And got a lily put in there and a shown. So yeah, these actually, they're tiny, but they can hold a lot.
I like the idea of a smaller case because these small ones do get kind of lost in normal size.
So yeah, this makes it a lot easier because you know what you're reaching in your bag and you know what you're grabbing for. So I've got my Ebonite and Art Sport in here right now. So here is my Art Sport.
I don't have my hands.
Terrazzo.
Terrazzo. Is it terrazzo? Terrazza.
I don't know. I don't speak Italian.
Damn Italians. I love the colors in this pen.
It's a little washed, like this light in here is not the greatest, but hopefully y'all can see the lovely detail here. I like the colors. The color potential in this pen I thought was great because you could do blues, you could do browns. What else is in here?
Yeah, we have to listen to what Joey Cantillo says. Cantillo.
Terrazzo.
LOL. Thank you, Joey. The Italians are helping us out here.
Good. Yes.
Did you get a medium nib? Raina wants to know.
I got a broad. I always get a broad nib with Kawecos. It's a juicy broad.
I got a medium. Yes.
You got a medium. So yeah, this has a juicy broad, and I like it because their broad nibs write really nice and smooth. The Kaweco. And if I ever want to put, since these pens tend to be a little more inexpensive. I'm talking about the ones that are $30.
Right.
You could put glitter inks in there, and I don't worry about it. Or you could eyedropper, inks in these as long as you have some silicone grease, which is a lot of fun to do, especially if you have one that's kind of semi-transparent and you can see the ink moving around in there, which I think is a lot of fun. But yeah, right now it's like a brown ink. It was one of the ink cartridges that came with the Ebonite. So it's brown, but it's really nice.
Well, the sample that you wrote with online was really beautiful. I really liked that quite a bit.
That's what's in there right now.
I have mine inked up with Nightfall, which is from the Inkvent 2023. It's that like navy blue with like the shimmer in it, and it's really pretty. There is a little bit of navy blue in that pen.
That's really nice. Yes, there's navy blue, kind of a lighter. It just depends on how the resin.
Yes, I have mine close by.
It is very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think of the price? I was torn. I mean, I knew I was going to get it, but I felt like it was expensive for what.
Well, it's cheap. It's actually less expensive than the previous round of Art Sports, which was around 2017, 2018. I got 2 of those from that time frame, but the resin was different. And that for that series, and they cost a little more at the time. They were closer about $175.
Wow. Same
Yeah.
size,
Same
same
size,
design.
same
That's
everything. This one's a
okay.
little different. The resin doesn't feel quite as fancy as the other resin was.
Okay.
But I like it still. You know, obviously I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't like it.
Right. It is really beautiful. I do like it.
Yeah,
I'm
it
in my mini pens era right now. Tracy wants to know how you're feeling about
clip.
the Kaweco.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm still it's still weird to me. So here they are, you know, one with the embedded clip, one with the removable clip. Honestly, I think I prefer the removable clip because I like to have that option. If I wanna
To
remove the clip, I
right.
can.
To do with different ones. Like one of the pens
Yeah.
that I like my brass, um, I had a moment where I like ordered all clips for all of my Kawecos. It was just a
Uh-huh.
day they were on sale someplace, and I love the silver clip on the brass
Yes.
because the finial is silver on the brass, and I
Right.
think it's
I
so
also
pretty.
have that on mine.
But a lot of people have the gold, and that's pretty too. So to
Mhm.
your point, it is nice to be able to mix them up.
Yes.
But yeah,
But yeah,
it is
I'm not
very
really sure how I feel about the embedded clip. I mean, I think it's nice, but again, I guess I just don't really like they took that option away from me.
but at least they didn't
So
well, we paid for it, we paid for it. At least it was
yeah.
included. Cartridge converter would have been really nice included in that for that price as well.
Yeah, they don't well, unfortunately, they never seem to include the little converter, the little mini converter, so
Right,
which is too bad, but
yeah, but it is really fun. It is a lot of
it
fun.
is fun. It is a lot of fun, this pen. So, yeah, it went with me on my little quick trip as well. I brought it with me to play with since
Mhm.
it's so my new toy.
The Apple Bloom, fountain pen day discount, I bought the black Kaweco Supra,
Oh, it's a nice
absolutely
pen.
gorgeous. Well, that is nice. That's
That is a
larger,
very nice
correct?
one. Mhm.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't think I've ever seen that one in person.
Yeah,
That's
I think I have, but I haven't bought one. But I do
I've
I
been
like it,
loving
it's nice.
yeah, it is so nice.
I'm a Kaweco fan, so
I am too for sure. But I will say I've been loving this little mini quite a bit from TWSBI.
it's very cute.
It's really nice. But I did get the cream TWSBI as well,
Oh, you
and I
did?
inked yep,
Did
and
it
I
arrive?
it did arrive. I feel like so for the first I put a video out last night, like at 11:30, kind of
Oh
explaining
gosh.
where I've been because I haven't so on my other channel, I do basically like a Vlogmas. So I do a video a day for 10 days, and I am just
Uh-huh.
toast by December 10th. And
I'm
aside,
sure.
I'm toast. And aside from our lives, I hadn't uploaded anything over there. And in the
Uh-huh.
midst of all of that, I got my baby in the mail, and I got an order from Cult Pens, and I got my toolboxes and things that I would normally share as they trickled in. And then it was all here. I wasn't quite ready to do like a real deep dive into all of them, but I just wanted to
Uh-huh.
kind of share. So I shared it last night on my video, but I put Oyster Hour in it.
Oh,
It's really
look
pretty.
how pretty that pen is.
It is a really pretty
So what do you
pen,
think
and
about the price for that? Because it's more than your typical Eco. It's like
yes,
50 bucks, isn't it?
it is. And I think what I've decided with the Eco specifically is that I enjoy the specialty trims. Like I like the
Mhm.
bronze trim and I like the rose gold trim. So that's what you're paying for with this.
Right.
I'm see some of my other Ecos so I have the smoke and yeah, I just like these trims. I do
Those
think
look
they're
nice together.
yes, very nice. I enjoy them. See this one? Oh, this is my Diamond 580 and
Mhm.
I got this at the Fountain Pen Hospital and I got it in clear with a stub nib. It's
Uh-huh.
uninked right now. But oh, and the other one that I bought a little while back was this one. This has the is this like a bronze clip for this one?
Uh-huh.
The indigo. So I think I'm good on ecos for a while.
Yeah.
I really am, for sure, for sure. Oyster Hour is such a color match for the cream. Yes, it's really pretty. A couple people commented that they had done the same color, and Charmaine she's doing Vlogmas on her channel, and I can't remember the color that she put in her TWSBI, but it was really pretty. It's nice to see the different colors people choose.
Uh-huh.
But I also like those neutrals, like the blacks, the whites, and the creams, because you can kind of
Right.
do a lot with it.
Oh, definitely. I'm on the fence about getting the new TWSBI. So I was looking at it the other day and thinking about it. I was like, do I really need another TWSBI Eco?
Need is never a word I use on this show.
Need. Yeah, that is so true. Do we really need
I'm being honest with myself.
multiple pens?
Yeah, over the and I agree with whoever has suggested that we should move fountain pen day to like April or something like that. It's a
Yeah.
lot. November. There's like this panic, it feels like are these deals going to come back, but I'm also earlier in my journey, so I feel like I will hopefully get a little bit better as time goes on.
Yeah,
Does the limit
definitely.
exist for ecos for you, Lori? Are you being facetious, Karina? Absolutely. I think if I was somebody who like collected whatever, I think I would lean more towards Kawecos. I have more fun with Kawecos.
I do too. I really like the classic appeal of the Kaweco. It's a design that's been around since the 1930s, so it has that kind of Art Deco look about it. So I really like that a lot.
I just feel like they're very portable too. Like just
Hmm.
in the short time I've been doing this, when I travel, I will always take a Kaweco with me over a TWSBI, because I can like click. I use the little clip and I put it right on like my little traveler's notebook when I'm running out the door. It's just like I don't worry about it. I
Right.
enjoy them. Really leaning into TWSBI right now is trying to redeem the brand, because I had a couple bad experiences, but I bought a couple TWSBI secondhand and I got the glow green and it didn't really do anything for me. And then I got a clear
Mm.
one, not the Diamond 580. I got a clear one. I bought them in bundles secondhand, so I wasn't buying them as the primary pen. They kind of came in a bundle with something else I was more interested in, but I
Oh,
got
okay.
them anyways. And then when I tried to ink them up and play around, I just didn't enjoy them. And the only pen that I've
Mm.
ever lost was the first one I got, which was the white one with the rose gold trim.
Oh, and that's a nice
And
one.
I really did enjoy that one. So I think that's
Yeah.
why the one appealed to me. And then I got the smoke and stove. I think I'm done with TWSBIs. I really do for a while, for a while.
For
And I love them
now,
for
until they
now.
come out with a new color.
Yeah. If they came out with like a cafe crema, like I'm always a sucker for anything in the coffee field. And I don't think they
Yes,
like a creamy coffee color. That would be gorgeous. That
that
would
would
be
be
beautiful.
very nice. Yes, definitely.
Kind of like the macchiato Kaweco is one of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
This little guy. I love this color.
That is a nice one. I like that. I don't have that color, but I do like that color. It's really attractive.
I enjoy that one a lot. Want over need. Oh, yes, and I do
Uh,
like Vaco students are very retro.
I don't
I
have one of those, but I'm thinking about getting one of those. I like the way they look as well. Very good looking pens.
They're very pretty. I have the is it the jazz? Whichever the brown one is the one that I got is the brown. I'm sorry. Is that really loud when I'm opening these drawers? Because I'm
No, not at
today. Oh,
all. It's
good.
it's so ASMR.
Oh, good. That's what I was going to say about TWSBI Ecos. I love the sound of TWSBI Ecos. They are very, I love like turning, I don't know, they're ASMR to me. The little tinkly sound of TWSBIs. Did I say
Uh-huh.
Kawecos? I meant TWSBIs. Um, oh, I'm glad. Oh, they're therapeutic and soothing. I'm so happy. No, you get it? You get it, Karina, right? The ASMR of a TWSBI. It's a real thing.
Oh yes.
Are you ready? Just like that little,
Mm.
doesn't that sound nice?
There is something about that sound.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
soothing.
strange.
It is. We are strange people here, though. That's
We
why I
are a
love this house.
strange group. No
No,
offense to anybody, but we are all kind of
no
have a
offense.
strange little thing going on here, don't we?
When I
Let's be
when I
honest.
listen to myself talk, I'm like, you're a weird dude, Lori.
It's, you're a strange one.
What
We're all
happened to you?
strange. We're all a little strange. It's okay. We're all in this together,
Oh my
everybody.
goodness. We're here to support one another.
So
Everyone's
Karina says
included.
this is why we get along. That's right. Damn right.
That's right,
Damn right.
girl. Okay, so let's shift gears and talk a little bit about the Toyo. I was
Okay.
actually Charmaine, I know, wants to hear this conversation, and it sounds like she picked up her son and she's on her way home. So hopefully she's almost, because she said, got to drive. We'll be back home. Hope you guys will still be on. I don't know how long her commute is, but we're going to get going on the Toyo talk. All right.
Yeah, our commute can
Why
be
don't
like
you
really,
start?
really
Why don't you
long.
start with your collection, Vanessa? Let's see what you got.
Okay. Well, so the thing I have one Trusco. This is just like the post I made, because I actually have several of the Toyos in a couple of different colors. So, but so I have the Toyo and the Trusco.
You even bought the same color. You're really going head to head.
That's what I mean. I was like, I'm gonna get a silver one, and they're gonna both be silver. Let's see how they're different. Let's see how they're alike. So here you go, guys. I mean, the only difference I can see is the Trusco on the top here, but everything else is the same.
Wow. Can they actually stack on one another?
Yes, they sure do. So here's some more ASMR for all you ASMR lovers out there.
You're really selling this.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! I want to show this comment that they look identical.
They
FYI,
are identical.
Crafting Mari, who gave us this recommendation.
Yes.
Toyo is the box manufacturer. Trusco is a whole different company. They're mainly a wholesaler that has Toyo make their boxes.
Okay.
Interesting.
So it's the same design, same qualities. They feel the same. They're sturdy. You know, the only thing that I noticed is that the silver finish on the Toyo is a little more. It's a little lighter, and this one has a little more of a matte thing going on. But they're very much the same. Is Lumpy misbehaving? I can't hear you.
I muted myself.
Oh, okay.
It was barking really loud, and I didn't want to be obnoxious. So I think he's in the hallway. It's dark. I don't know what he heard, but okay.
Oh, Lumpy. You silly. So now y'all can see how I labeled my boxes with the, the little clicking, the embossing label maker. So
I missed what you said because I was tending to my pup. The texture is a little different. Did you say one of them is
the Trusco is it seems like it's a little more matte, and this one seems like it's a little shinier. And that's really it. There really isn't a whole lot of difference between the two underneath. So here's the bottom. They both say made in Japan. It's just the Toyo says Toyo.
Crazy.
And the Trusco doesn't have anything, but they're the same model, T190.
And what is the price difference between, is it like 28 and 18 or about that?
Something like that. So the Toyo is usually priced about $32. Because I got mine at St. Louis Art Supply. And the Trusco, I got this, it was about $18 plus tax.
I feel like 32 is high.
I feel like 32 is high too.
Because I feel like somebody just mentioned in the comments that Atlas with your discount, it's not as expensive. So that's what I bought this guy right here.
Oh, look how cute.
And I want to say this was 32 or 34 at Atlas, but then I got my discount.
Okay.
And it wasn't as bad. But just for, I have I have a couple different sizes. And I think my only Trusco is the tan one.
Oh, okay.
Toyos and the Trusco.
The tan is very attractive.
It's pretty.
Nice.
I think I was inspired by my cream TWSBI when I was doing this. And I was trying to go for neutral colors because I couldn't really decide.
Those all look great together. The black and the tan color is very nice. I love that. The
black is sharp. Thank you.
Very sleek.
The Boston store, for any local people, the Boston General store has a really cool brown that I'm obsessing over, and I haven't seen it anywhere else. It's really pretty, but I think it's like in that medium size. So what are you storing in yours? And we can share a little bit about what's inside the box.
So this one has doing the current ink vent calendar. That's
Okay.
what I've been keeping in this one. I have they're empty right now, so I could move them
Oh,
around and
good,
not shake things up.
good, good. Gotcha.
And then the Trusco one is housing like metal book holders and clips and stuff like that. So that way
Yeah.
they have their own little house too to live in.
And do you ever
And
travel with those?
no, I don't. I never have. But they have a box that's like half the height. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit flatter that could be used
Okay.
as something that you could travel with.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
yeah,
trying to see if they fit in my Dagny Dover bag here. Like this is
I'm
where
sh-
the bag, yeah, it just kind of like this one just kind of fits. And
is
that's
that
the
that's the
that's
smaller one?
the small
Okay.
one,
Oh
which I
yeah,
feel like for people who do like traveler's notebooks and stuff like that, you could fit a lot of your supplies, like
yeah.
your double-sided tape and your washies and things like that.
Stickers.
This would be great for
That
that.
actually maybe little scissors, little mini
Yeah,
scissors.
I think it's a great little
It
traveler
is.
for your traveler's notebooks or anybody who like
Yeah, that is a
more
really
memory keeping, would be
yeah
fantastic.
yeah.
And in this big guy, just before we started, so I have my son's like childhood bureau over here, and I
Uh-huh.
moved all of his stuff down to the bottom two drawers. So I have four drawers for ink supply stuff, and then kind of like a hutch above. I have a shelf on that. But one of the drawers is where I house all of my inks, and it's just like a dark and dreary drawer. Like I see my stuff fine in there, but I have like one of those little divided plastic craft things that I think are
Uh,
meant for like buttons and baubles and things like that. That's what I was keeping my diamine ink in. It didn't quite fit. So I love that these are just open. They're not divided. So
yes.
you can kind of customize it as you wish. You could even put
Right.
little small clear containers like from the dollar store in here if you wanted to get it a little more customized. But what I did with the large one, and I feel like if I cleaned out my entire ink drawer, I could kind of just organize it a little bit. But I put some of my like Ferris wheel press and my Mont Blanc inks that are in
Oh, those
boxes.
fit in. Yeah, those fit in
They fit
nice.
in really nicely, and they go a little higher, but because this is like toolbox style, you gain like a little, like almost an inch on top for
Right.
like close it up. And then I also put in here all of my little ink cartridges
Oh,
because
that's a good
those would
idea.
get lost at the bottom of the drawer, and these would fit
Yeah,
in any of them. So it's kind of
definitely.
nice that I can just like okay, this is where I have my Ferris wheel press inks or something like that. I'm kind of in. I think
Yes.
he's got little knickknacks on the shelf from when he was a little boy that I don't think he wants anymore. So I could probably put my ink up there. Hi, David. Welcome, welcome. Yes. Charmaine, I feel like these are up your alley. Charmaine has a channel and she has a beautiful aesthetic. Like everything is pink and cream and white and
Oh,
lovely and soft and feminine. And it's just like I tilt my head and watch her videos. Like everything is so pretty. And she really has like her collection of pens. They all kind of run in the same family. Really beautiful stuff. You guys should check out Charmaine's channel.
I'll
She's
have to
great.
check out. I don't know if I've ever checked out Charmaine's channel yet. Well,
Yeah.
stop it.
No, for real, for real. In fact, yeah, Charmaine, your channel was the channel that I saw Oyster Hour on. And then I got the little chargers, and then I really loved that little sample. And then I bought a big bottle of it for my TWSBI. So you were the inspiration. So thank you. Hi,
Oh.
Mary. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Karina loves you too. And Karina has a fabulous channel. Karina is so consistent with her uploads as well. She does a lot with Hobonichis, and she actually does her own stickers. So does Charmaine. Charmaine and Karina both design their own stickers,
Oh,
and they
how
sell like,
cool.
yeah, and they're fantastic. So you
Oh,
guys check them
wow.
out. And if you need stuff for your Hobonichis or your traveler's notebooks and stuff, they have some great stuff. Yes, Oyster Hour is so good. I love it. I love it. We're spreading the love here.
Say, hey,
Um,
girl.
yeah. So yeah,
Hey.
so I think that I think if you're on the fence about it, if you just like, I mean, they are at the end of the day, they are like boxes, so it's not that deep. But if you want to give them a try. They're super durable and they're aesthetic.
They
They're
are very durable.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Vanessa's done a great job like labeling her stuff. So I think there are a lot of ways you can use these. They're great little stocking stuffers.
Oh,
So if
for
you're on
sure.
the fence, try the Trusco. I mean, I think they're essentially the same thing. And if you
I think
have,
so too.
yeah, if you have codes, excuse me, like somebody mentioned, Atlas. Do you have an Atlas code? I have a code for Atlas. You
I
have the
don't
S.
have an Atlas code.
So maybe
Oh,
we should
yeah.
shift into Esterbrook because you can use Vanessa 10 and get that new
Yeah, you get
Esterbrook.
10% off. You could actually, using Vanessa 10, you could get 10% off of anything on the Esterbrook website. So it's not just pens, whatever, they have any of their accessories or notebooks or inks, any of that. So it's 10% off. And shoot, I mean, that's like 10%.
I mean, every little bit helps, I actually
Yeah.
went to Esterbrook yesterday. Somebody DM'd me and said, I know you love Estes, and they just, restocked the Aqua. Which is funny because that was not one that like I think we mentioned before. I really love the what's the one that you helped design? Not the I love the candy. I have that one, but the one that has the diamond dust in it.
Oh, the Gold Rush.
Gold
Yes.
Rush. Yeah, that is kind of
Gold
one
Rush.
I've been thinking of. Karina just got Cola, which was my actually my introduction to Esterbrook when I was contemplating making my first purchase. Cola had just been released. I had no idea that it was like limited, that it wasn't going to be around. But I loved the retro vibe of it. And I had just purchased the Traveler's Notebook Diner series.
That's a good one.
And I thought that would be so cool to have the Traveler's Notebook Diner retro vibe with the Cola pen.
With the Cola.
So romanticize this whole partnership in my head.
That is, that is great.
I thought it would be really cool, and then it was just gone. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm not.
I think I don't remember how many they had. I don't think it was a whole lot. It was like maybe 100, maybe. Yeah, it was really a small.
I was
a small batch.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of similar to Petrified Forest a little bit. I mean, it's more red.
It is. Yeah, it has more. It has more of the Coca-Cola color to it, which is kind of a reddish brown, and then the Petrified Forest has more of a kind of a peach pink with brown.
Yes, it kind of leans, but I mean, as always, like their marketing is so good. So every time I looked at an image, they had like the Coca-Cola in the background and and it's just like Esterbrook is so good at that. So I think once the campaign was over, I kind of got over it. But anyways, Aqua was never on my radar, but it is very pretty. It is very pretty.
Aqua was out. That was out a couple of years ago. And it was one of these, again, a small batch that was, out there. I think it was, I want to say the fall of 2021, maybe. I can't remember, but again, it was very limited. I didn't have one. I missed it too. And I was like, man. But yeah, but this time I got one. Thank goodness.
Oh, wait a second. What did Sherm? They said they're not restocking the Cola, but I asked about a white pen and they said it's works.
They had some samples of those pens. So every once in a while they put like their sample pens up for sale, the ones that didn't make the cut. And I think they had one, it was a white one. And as soon as they posted that white one, everybody's like, why isn't there a white SD yet? Why, so I hope they are working on that.
And I think the Raven was so successful, and clearly however they market it, everyone's going to need a white pen.
Yeah.
Because that's the gift. You're going to be like, that is the best white pen I've ever seen in my life.
Right. I know. And yeah, I think a white SD would be a good idea for sure.
Yes. And I'm just going to plug for the coffee one too. My friend Lau posted in his stories. It starts with an N. It was some collab with Sailor, and it's just like a little coffee colored top with a cream bottom.
Oh.
Sailor pens are ridiculous though. It's like $500 on eBay because I mean, it's a Pro Gear. I love the Pro Gear nib, but it's just so hard for me to justify those prices. And
Yeah.
I spent so much on my the home from Yoseka because
Uh-huh.
they had that whole thing happen where the prices were more than they thought. And I love that company and I would do it all over again. But I remember after I bought the home pen, I'm like, I think I'm done with Sailor pens because they're pricey. And I'm kind of,
It can be
I have
pricey.
all, yeah. So anyways, but if Esterbrook did like a little coffee one, yes, they are so crazy. But take my
But
money.
take my money.
So right now, the Kisan, the tea one that has like the wine top and like the milky bottom. It's
Oh,
really
yes. Yes.
it's on Endless Pens, and
Uh-huh.
it's the cheapest I've seen it anywhere. And then it's an additional 20% off. And then Lau said, if you're a VIP, which I don't think I am, but someone in
VIP.
this chat has to be a VIP. You can get it, and it brings the price down to 200, and it's a pro gear, which that
Okay.
but they only have medium nibs left, and I wanted the medium fine. And
Well, you could always get the medium and get it ground into a medium fine,
that's true. That's true. That's
you know?
one that because when I went to Yoseka and I got the TWSBI Mini, I went
Uh-huh.
in thinking I was going to purchase the Kisan because they had it on their website, and I got there and it was sold, but it was way more money than what Endless Pens has it for now.
Right.
So,
Right.
oh,
Oh my
Lucy's
goodness.
whining. Okay. Oh, thanks for being here, Kayla. Let's give Lucy a hug for us.
What a
Oh,
cute
that
name,
means
Lucy.
I only order one. Oh,
So
how do you
I'm a
know?
VIP.
How do you know? Because I
We're
think
all VIPs here.
that's right. I think you can use your VIP discount on top of it. Anyway,
Wow.
that's a maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not bad. That's not bad. But yes, it's always interesting to see. Well, and then the other thought is, every time you buy an Esterbrook, it's a Yovo pen. It's a Yovo nib.
It's a Yovona, right?
But
Unless you
then
get one of those specialty grinds and,
which
then it's something else.
I have Gina's grind, which I like a lot,
Mhm.
on my blue one that I got in Orlando.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and then Sailor's nibs I do think are pretty special, you know?
They are. They are very good nibs. And but you could always get like, I mean, for instance, this Tasha pen.
Mhm.
This is the Granite Rock. It has a stainless steel Sailor nib in it, and it writes really good. So,
I
because
I've never used a stainless steel nib. I know Charmaine has a couple Profits, and she says they're great. Um, so
yeah,
is that your only steel nib by Sailor? Because I've never tried it.
yes, it is. And I like the way it writes. It writes really well. In fact, I was going to swap this out because I have a Tasha music nib that,
Mhm.
it's gold. And I was like, well, I could really, elevate this pen to the next level, take out this stainless steel and put the gold nib in it. But I was like, let's try the steel nib. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be a snob right now. Look, come on, let's
Right.
so I kept it in there and I wrote with it and I kept the steel nib in because it writes really nice. This is a really enjoyable pen to write with.
That's really nice
I
to know.
really
I
enjoy
feel
it.
that same way about my Leonardos, like, sometimes I'm just buying it because it's a beautiful pen, and I
Mhm.
love the Momento Zero, and, sometimes, like, I don't really need a 14 karat gold nib to double the price, like, I just want to
Right.
enjoy this material, so I think that's I
Yeah.
think wonderful when you have the option to go with a steel nib and not, like, break the bank, you know?
Right.
Um,
And Charmaine says some steel nibs are very good. So I've had some steel nibs that write better than a 14 karat gold nib.
mhm.
It just depends on how the nib is tuned and everything. And, sometimes you just kind of, you don't have to spend the money on the gold nib. It just kind of depends on what your budget is as well. But
Yeah, and I kind of feel like my experience in Orlando, once I was able to meet with Kirk Spear, it
mhm.
it just totally transformed a couple of my nibs. My Visconti that he tuned, and that's a steel nib, and I was like, "Is it worth tuning a steel nib?" But
Oh
I
yeah.
loved that pen, and it was my first Visconti. Um, is it the looks? Okay, so my friend Heidi is not a pen person, and she said, "Is it the looks or performance that matters more?" That's a very good question.
That's a really good
She
question.
always asks the most thought-provoking questions.
Damn.
Keep them coming, Heidi. She's so good. I'm live with Heidi tomorrow on her
Oh,
resale.
really?
Yes, Restyle Secrets. We're going to chat. I love Heidi. She always forces me to think, though. I think it depends. I think it depends on what you're going for. Like when I purchase some of my Pilot pens, I'm not really going for beauty and, you know, the wow factor. I'm
Yeah,
going
those are
for
more utilitarian. Like those are workhorse pens for sure. But yeah, I
super
definitely,
reliable. Yeah.
yeah, those are workhorse pens. But I would have to say, of course, you know, you're attracted to the way it looks, you know, to begin with. But if it doesn't perform well, um, then
You lose.
what good is it if
I
it
say
looks
this to my
good?
kids all the time. You can like a guy or a girl, she can be like beautiful or super handsome. And then the second they start talking, they get less good looking by the minute. And then there are other people who, you know, they're average, but then you grow to love them more and more because they're such great people and the looks don't matter
Right.
quite as much. And maybe that can be true for pens as well.
I mean, sure, why not? It's like you find it's that scene from Grown Ups where the hot guy at the pool, you know what I'm talking about?
I
He's
don't
like
know
drying
that.
off, and you know the ladies are all sitting there like, oh wow, and then you know he comes over and talks to them, and he has like this horrible speaking voice, and it was like, you know, and
They're
they
all
just burst out laughing at him, you know. So
oh,
it's like, you know,
poor
pens can be like that.
guy. That analogy
Yes,
is
the
hilarious.
Canadian guy. Yeah. So it was just, you know, that was funny. So yeah, I mean, you can have pens
Truth
that
can
look
be said
great,
about a
but
pen. Mhm. Yeah, like, I would say this is probably the most to me, like, this doesn't do anything for me. This is a Lamy 2000, Heidi, and this is like, everybody talks about the Lamy 2000, and it's a really nice writer. I have to say it's it's a style that's iconic, and people love the little
yeah.
hooded nib. I never reach for this. I think I wanna give it to my son. It feels really masculine, but the matte black vanishing point, I absolutely love. It's another black pen. I love the Raven. This one doesn't
Yeah.
do it for me, and it's a beautiful writer. So,
I'm the same. The
and
Lamy 2000, I appreciate it. I appreciate its design, but it's not a pen that I reach for to ink up and write with. I feel like I'm missing something with it. So,
go home with
would you
this
go
pen.
home with this pen?
I don't think allow me 2000. I don't think. I mean, you know, oh my gosh, so freaking funny.
Ah.
You're too funny.
That
So I
is
need to send Heidi a pen. So let's think of what is the pen that I need to send to Heidi. She is a writer. She's funny as hell
hmm.
and very thoughtful. I don't know. I don't know, Heidi, what I would send you. I don't know that I would send you a Banu. See, this is the opposite. This is just like all bling. This is also a steel nib that I enjoy, though. So
Yeah, the
fun.
Banu steel nibs write really nice. They're Schmidt nibs. They write nice. I mean, I've never had a bad writing Banu
Mm.
ever.
No, same. Mine
So,
all write so well. I have a Briolette that I bought secondhand, and it's got an extra fine nib, and I love it. It writes so nice. And then
wow, that's pretty good.
yeah,
Well,
I
consider
was
extra
surprised.
fines can be very scratchy.
Yeah, it's really nice. And it wasn't, again, I bought it in like a little pen bundle. So it was like a little
Hmm.
bonus. And it's super cute. It's this little guy. It's a little
Those are
icy.
really cute.
Yeah. The only
And if
design
yeah,
I don't have the talisman, which I think I would really like because the Euphoria is kind of big. I like it, but I
uh-huh.
have a couple of Euphorias, and I would
She
like
said to
a.
send me a cheap pen you don't like.
She's
But then
easy.
but
I'm
that
not
would
going to
ruin
say
your
something I don't like.
experience. Yeah.
Heidi, you need to tell me if you like a girthy pen or like a small pen, because I have a couple Jinhaos I can send you, but I would rather send her like I don't know. I'll figure out something. I have this
If you
little
don't,
Pilot. I have the
maybe a
Preppy.
Kaweco?
This little Preppy is great.
Oh,
The
the
white
preppy.
Preppy.
Yeah, the preppy's actually really great.
These are great writers. She's a very practical person, so big
Well,
enough but
preppy
not
would
too
be
big. This would be perfect. I'll send you a Preppy because this
a
came in a free
preppy's
pack
good.
and it has ink cartridges. I'll send you a couple ink cartridges and then you need to report back. Okay.
Report
Um,
back. Yes.
Talking about the new, did you see the Earl Grey tea edition from Goulet? No. That sounds
No, this
interesting.
is news to me.
News to me. Let's look it up on our phones. Charmaine asked a question. We're going to backtrack a little bit. Great nib on the preppy. I concur. I love it. She asked about platinums. What are our thoughts on platinums?
I
I feel
like
like
them.
platinums are kind of
I
underrated. They don't
I
get a lot of
like.
love.
Well, my first gold nib was a platinum. It was a platinum Century 3776 in um, the dark blue one.
Ooh,
What's the name?
pretty.
I can't think of the name of it.
I don't know that one. I'm going to say.
But yeah, they're gold. If you're like kind of new to fountain pens and you're using stainless steel nibs and you want to cross over and try a gold nib, I think the platinum has a good selection of gold nibs, and they write pretty nice. A little bit of feedback, but it's like feedback in a good way.
It's a little bit of feedback, but I'm not seeing this on the.
So I'm like
I'm not seeing the Earl Grey. Is it coming soon? I see some new arrivals. Oh, Earl Grey. Oh boy, I'm in trouble.
I got ink on my.
It doesn't. It's not gray at all. It's not gray at all. It looks like a tiger. I don't know where gray is coming from here, but these are my colors. But
Let's see. Oh, yeah. I don't. Well, I guess Earl Grey when you fix Earl Grey, it has kind of a brown color, but it looks like it's a bit transparent.
Yeah, and it's got some it's pretty. I think it's just the name. I think it's really pretty. I just think it's the name that's throwing me.
Well, it's because maybe it's because the word gray is in it. So you're thinking, oh, it's probably gray, but no, it's that it's that nice brown.
I think it's really pretty.
The lighting in here is terrible.
It's the new arrivals. I don't like my platinum. I don't know. It's a medium nib, but it gives me nothing, no emotion. Oh,
I could see how that's possible. It's not exciting like a Monte Grappa or anything like that. It's just it's like I said, it's a good way to get into gold nibs if you haven't tried gold nibs before.
Yeah, I love Jay got these for me in Japan, and he got them for me last year, and they were a really, really, really big deal. And so I feel like I'm emotionally attached, but I got this one.
Is that the celluloid?
This is celluloid.
Oh,
and
that's a lovely one.
It's beautiful. And I got this in a medium nib, and I love this. I put dusted truffle in here from last year's ink that I really like. He also got me the Shape of Heart, and I got this.
Oh, that's a beautiful pen.
And it's beautiful and classic and classy. But I got this in a fine nib, and this is one that there's nothing wrong with it. I like this medium nib better. Like I like Pilot's fine nibs better than Platinum's fine nibs. Maybe it's the
right. Well, that's what with Platinum. I usually go for a medium to a double broad with theirs because it's the Japanese. The medium is more like a regular fine, and then the broad is more like a medium.
So my thinking was like, this will be a little bit more fun, and I can mess around with the inks a little. I mean, not so much, but I don't reach for them, and they're beautiful. There's no reason why I don't. But maybe this would be a nice one to have tuned and just smoothed out a little bit. Because it's such a pretty pen. It's such a pretty pen.
That is a really beautiful pen.
And another thing that I had no idea what celluloid was when I bought this. Like I was just like, why is this so expensive? But I liked the tortoise. This book. I think this is called Calico. Another purchase I made without having any idea why. I just thought it was pretty. I really like the pink one. Charmaine has the pink one. I'm not sure.
So in that case, looks mattered over performance.
Yes. Did she say something else fresh? So a pen show is like speed dating with pens.
Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting way to look at it. I've never thought of that.
You're at the table, you're trying the pens out, you're sampling them, but then there's a table right next door calling your name like, well, this pen's really pretty, but that pen over there is really nice too. So usually when I went to the pen show in Orlando, I had to make the rounds before I could commit. And I will say there were certain tables I felt really bad. Like I I didn't, I don't know if there are any makers in the chat. I would love to hear from you. Like I felt terrible taking time from people, and then like their pens were beautiful, but just wasn't like what I was looking for. Like tomorrow I might be looking for it. In that moment I
Yeah.
wasn't. And I
But
felt
that's just how
bad.
it goes sometimes.
I know, but I
You
felt
know?
so bad like walking away from tables. I really didn't like it at all.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
understand. That's understandable.
Oh, like just as far as like pens in general, they have so much. It's crazy. Um, the Platinum F is finer. Maybe that's why I don't love it. It does feel like an extra fine. But I
Yeah.
have
So if
my
you have a fine, yeah, it probably
yeah,
feels like an extra fine than a fine.
maybe because my E95S is an extra fine and
Hmm.
it writes so pretty. I think I just love Pilot nibs. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So much thought over nib size, right? Oh, wait,
Does
so
nib size really matter?
it does.
Or is it just how you use it?
And when I went to the pit, yes, when you went to the state, which question am I answering, Charmaine, or yours?
It doesn't matter.
It
It
doesn't
was a
matter.
bad joke.
Oh, it was a good one. William liked it. Okay, so what else was on my list of things to talk about? What else did I claim we were going to
I
chat
think it
about?
was notebook pen combination you would take on a desert island, like your
Oh, I did write that.
yeah, which
Because
I was like, well,
I
that's
wanted to do like a
interesting.
Christmas edition. So like if you were on the land of misfit toys and like the little ice block broke off and you were like with the abominable and you were like floating away. Trying to make it a Christmas edition because a desert island sounded very summery. Yes, what would you take with you? Oh, we'll answer this. Your castaway combo. Satiated
Castaway combo. What a nice way to that's a
always
very nice.
words.
That's
Okay, we're gonna
very
do
nice.
quick comment on insight with flex nibs, and then we're gonna think about your castaway combo, and we'll come
Mm,
back to that.
mhm.
Um, I have only one flex nib, and I'm terrible at it. It's my Scribo, and I bought it because I wanted the material. And this was, I guess, a case where I went for the looks over the nib because I wanted a medium nib, and they didn't have it in this pen, so I tried the flex nib, and I never flex it because I'm afraid of it.
Why? Don't be scared. If you over flex it, just know that a nibmeister can fix it back.
I guess.
That's
Well,
actually a very common fix that they do.
is when
Is
you
people
overflex.
who press too hard. There's nothing to be scared of. You just gotta dive in and do it.
I think I just need to practice more, practice my letter formation and all that
Sure.
stuff. And I
Well,
need to
just have
slow down
fun.
and just have fun. Just
Yeah, I just say have fun with it. Don't be scared of it. I just do it.
I'm dying to put masquerade ink in my
You should.
wouldn't that look so pretty in this
Yeah,
like
that would be perfect. Just do
absolutely.
it.
I'm gonna all
What are
right.
you don't be scared.
I
Just
know.
just ink it up with
Well,
that.
you're so free flowing.
That's just that's what I'm very much, very much experimental with stuff like that.
Yes, I
So
will. I think again, I've just been like crazy the past 10 days. So like the second half of December is all about pens and I'm very excited.
so regarding flex nibs, just do us all a favor. Stay away from the Yovo stainless steel flex. It doesn't even flex.
Okay.
Just yeah, I've had a couple come through here. I'm sure I have a couple still. If you're gonna get a flex nib, someone mentioned the Pilot Falcon. That's a really good
Mhm.
flex nib to get. It's kind of a plain, utilitarian type of body that it comes in, but the nib is excellent. It is excellent.
In
I
that
have
case, you're dating the pen for the nib and not the look.
exactly not for the looks. I mean, maybe you can do like get is the person Bocamundo who does all the beautiful urushi and get it decorated if
Get on
less
the
I
wait list.
yeah I've actually thought about just doing my own, like why not, just doing something to it for fun
Yeah. I
you
mean, if
know
you have it and yeah, you have enough pens that you could experiment with one.
yeah, why not?
Yeah, that sounds like
So
I believe there is a brand, and it's been mentioned a couple times in the community, and I can't remember, but it wasn't the Falcon, and it was like an affordable pen brand, and it was a great entry-level flex nib, and I don't have
Probably
any
Noodlers.
I feel like I would have remembered Noodlers. It was a
Mm.
brand I'd never heard of, but maybe that's a good option as well.
Yeah,
Um,
Noodlers, I think they've got a pen that is, yeah, someone else just said Noodlers. So their pens are usually, you can get them for under $100, and they have flex stainless steel nibs, and they do perform better than the Yovo
okay.
stainless steel flex. So
People who like to, like, tinker tend to like the Noodlers pens, right? Because they can kind of
yes, those are more for, yes,
affordable
definitely.
and yes,
Fountain Pen Revolution, yeah, they have their own version of the flex,
that's what I
definitely.
heard. That's the one that I heard.
Yes. I
Um,
don't have any of them. I have tried it, and they are very nice. I don't have one of those yet.
Ahab and Creeper. Thank you. I don't know any of these.
Yeah, they
Fountain
have a creeper, those are Noodler pens.
okay. Oh, those are
And
Noodler
then
pens. Okay.
mhm,
Thank you.
and then, yeah, the Fountain Pen Revolution, you could buy the nib separate and install it in, different pens, and then someone wrote they put a ebonite feed in one of their flex, and that's great. That
Yeah,
keeps the ink flowing and nice and wet. So,
nice. I love my ebonite feeds, my Leonardos,
mhm.
and my actually the Mont Blanc that I bought in Orlando, I bought it because it was an ebonite feed. It was like from the early 90s, and I love it so much. I do love ebonite feeds.
Yeah, and if you guys ever want to replace your feed with the ebonite feed, there is a small company. I think it's just outside of Dallas,
Mhm.
and I bought from them before. And they sell ebonite feeds separate. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But their prices are very reasonable. And
That's great to know. That would be
yeah, I bought from them before and replaced plastic feeds with ebonite feeds because I wanted the ink to flow better, and it was mostly for flex nibs or
Mhm.
let me see. I should have it saved. You would think I would have it saved, but
While Vanessa's looking for that, Joey is asking, I've been in the pen community for almost 2 years now. What popular American fountain pen brands would you both recommend? I think we're both gonna I would
flex.
definitely recommend
Okay,
okay, go ahead. We'll go back to the flex question. Go ahead.
flexible nib factory. So yeah, flexiblenib.com is where you can find the ebonite feeds. So yeah, so if you like to tinker with pens, go there, check out their stuff. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. They just have good product.
That's really cool. We can
Yeah.
eliminate feed for them. I love that. Thank you. That was a great question. I learned stuff
Yeah,
with noodlers too.
definitely.
Um,
So
so
what was it?
an American fountain pen brand that you would both recommend. I mean,
Oh,
definitely Esterbrook
Esterbrook.
for sure.
I've never had any problems with Esterbrook. They write very nice. The customer service is good. The company that owns them, Kenro Industries, if you ever have a problem with them, they're always willing to work with you, so they won't shut you out. Like I've heard there are other customer service for some companies. That they won't help you out, but Esterbrook, very very nice people.
And I feel like they're very much a huge part of the community. Like if you post something on Instagram and you tag Esterbrook, they always share it. They're engaging.
Mhm.
They're at all the pen shows. Like they're like a classic American brand. And I think,
Mhm.
as we were talking about earlier with the cola, they kind of really lean into Americana,
Right.
and it's fantastic. And yeah, there's so much conversation around, Italian pens and Japanese and German and stuff.
There
It is
is, yeah.
to be so proud of Esterbrook is wonderful.
Yeah, we need more American brands, I think.
Mhm.
I mean, there's Conklin, but I like Conklin. I used to have a lot of Conklins, but I just, I hate saying this. I've had a couple of Conklins that became unglued and fell apart on me.
Mm,
Um,
it's too
their
bad.
nib situation wasn't always so good. They've switched to Yovo nibs a couple of years ago. That's better. So, but Conklin is also another American brand that is, you can find a decent pen. The All American is a
Yeah,
good pen.
all American.
Hmm.
I just got my first Conklin at the Esterbrook sale. I think I have it here. It was really affordable. I think they had this for
Okay, the Duragraph. Yeah, that's a classic.
yeah, it was great. And I got a broad nib. Oh, I think I got a stub nib, and it writes really nice.
Yeah.
And this was like $35. I think it's normally like 80, but
Yes.
I'm gonna try it for that price, and I haven't been disappointed. It's been really nice.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I got into Conklin's back before they changed their nibs over. It was
Mhm.
always a hit or miss with their nibs. So, but yeah, some of their pens are, some of their pens could be a little funky. I will, there's the one All American with the different colored woods,
Okay.
and I was just like, that's a little strange
So,
looking.
like, from a design standpoint, they're not, like, that
Yes,
appealing.
no, that's what,
Mhm.
but yeah, I like, the All American is a good one. The Duragraph is, that's a classic shape.
Oh, this is
You
a
know,
great suggestion too. The Edison I've heard great things about.
Edison is a good American
Yes.
brand. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot about Edison.
Atlas just had an exclusive with Edison, and it was beautiful. It was like a teal, and I think it had the diamond dust. It was beautiful, sold out, like,
Oh,
immediately. And I believe that Goulet had a really nice Edison exclusive as well. I haven't tried
mhm.
that. I haven't tried that. Hi, Monica. Um,
Hello.
yes, hi. Okay, so now we will go to as Heidi put it, the Castaway combo.
Castaway combo.
Castaway combo, and this is what we'll end with.
I love that. The Castaway combo. That's just Heidi, you're good.
She's really good. She's really, really
That's
good.
it's really good.
Yeah, we could get Heidi. How about we bring Heidi on the show when she gets her first pen as a total newbie, and she can, like, tell us we're all crazy people. Like,
Yes.
she can just give us her feedback on, like, trying a fountain pen. I doubt it's her first time trying a fountain pen, but, like, what she thinks.
That
And
would actually be pretty cool.
I think it'd be really fun, to just talk to somebody who's, like, brand spanking new to the community. So
Yeah.
she'd be really fun. She has a really sexy, like, Demi Moore voice too, so she's great to talk to. Talk about ASMR. You listen to
Goodness.
Heidi talk all day. Um, so Castaway combo, do we wanna do, like, a holiday edition or,
I
like,
could do something like a holiday edition. You know, the,
I have to think on my feet right now.
that's what the notebook. So the notebook, I would always, if it was the last notebook and all I could pick was, it would be a Galen notebook, one of their everyday notebooks.
Never
So like this one, and this is I haven't used it yet because I'm scared to use it. I know that's hard. So this one is bound with green leather.
That's gorgeous. Did you get that when you were in Istanbul?
No, I've had this for years, but
Oh,
I brought it out thinking, okay, today is the day. Today is the day I'm going to use it, and I still haven't used it. But
you
it
know,
has,
we could do a whole conversation on how we romanticize certain things and then we never use them.
I know, but I just like to feel, the leather's nice and smooth and it's that pretty
Mhm.
green color. And, it has, got a lot of pages in it. That's the one thing I love. That's why I love their books is there's so many pages. I also brought out another example of the Galen notebook. So if I had to only pick one size, it would be this nice big size.
Well, that is pretty.
Um, because, I like big notebooks and I cannot lie.
Is that
So
a,
this one,
B6?
yes.
Yeah.
But, again, it has, lots of paper in it. So you don't have to run out of paper. It lays flat.
Is it Tomoe River paper?
Yeah, I believe this one is, let's see. Yes, this is Tomoe River paper.
Yes.
They also make this notebook using the Cosmo Airlight, which that's another paper I really like a lot.
Mm.
It's like writing on, it's got a kind of a velvety texture about it that
Mm.
feels nice when you use your pen. So I don't think I could live without a Galen notebook being around.
Add it
That
to
would
the
have to
list.
that would be like my ultimate
Okay. Never used
notebook.
one.
You need to use one. They're very nice. Very, very nice.
This is very true. Don't save things for later.
I know, and that's why I try really hard to not do that. And I need to find a purpose for that little notebook. I don't know what.
Mm.
What would the purpose be?
How about juicy broad notes? Like we can just
Juicy
write.
broad notes. Yeah.
I don't know
Like,
if we're worthy of the Galen leather notebook just yet. I love it. Hold on, what do we hear? So late, but FedEx just delivered the aqua.
oh, well, there
So
you go.
Olivia,
It's a
I wish you
beautiful color.
shared it with us. I wish there was a way for people to post pictures in the comments.
Oh, I know that. Wouldn't that be so cool?
Okay,
It's
so
like,
if
well,
you're
let's see it.
your Galen leather notebooks, what pen are you bringing with you?
Geez. You know, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be.
It's hard.
It is hard, and normally I would say like a Pelican, but I'm gonna go with this Santini pen. This is one of the best pens I have.
That is, did our friend Coco, did Claire Coco get a Santini pen? Is that from Greece?
No, this is it's a small
Italian?
Italian pen,
Oh,
and
okay.
if Claire got one, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, I think she got from a small maker in Greece, I
Oh,
believe. It
okay.
reminded her of her dad or something like that. She,
Yeah.
yeah. But if she's here today, she might get that soon. That is really.
All right.
So
So
what is
Santini,
special about that
right.
pen?
This one it's ebonite, and I can't
Mm.
remember the name of it, but the model is called the Libra. And this is like one of these Italian pens you get the best bang for your buck
Hmm.
because it's all ebonite. It has a gold nib. I can't remember what this is, an 18 karat gold nib on it. Has an ebonite feed, and it is piston filler.
Wow,
And I believe I got this. It was under $500.
that's
So
beautiful.
I don't know if their prices have increased since I've gotten this one.
The pen itself is ebonite.
Yes, the whole
Wow.
thing is
Wow.
I mean, it just really good, good pen for the money. But this, yeah, and Kirk, of course, he has, he tuned this nib and it writes just so beautifully. So this is one of the pens I always have inked.
That is
So
really nice.
yeah, so this pen, I don't think I could live without it.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can answer this question.
Of course you can.
Well, in this moment, when I thought of notebooks, I think of my daily writing, which is every morning. So it's not even Tomoe River paper. It's just my Leutram notebooks. I love these. And I think I'm on my 4th book this year. And
Wow.
my first 2 books were this. And then I did Rhodia, and I did not enjoy that at all.
I'm not a big rodeo fan.
And I was so excited because I bought it when we were in Acadia National Park. We were up in Maine, and I got a blue Rhodia, and it was brand new. And I like cracked it open, looking over the water, and I'm like, "This sucks." Like I didn't like it at all. I was really disappointed.
It just like ruined your whole moment,
Ruined the
right?
whole moment. I got the color for the
Oh,
summer, so I mean, it's just like some people love it, so it just didn't work for me.
yeah.
And then I went to an Archer and Olive, which is more like a bullet journal book, and I obsessed
Mhm.
over this because this was limited edition, and then the
Oh,
copy
that's
came back.
cute.
This was one of the books, Heidi, that I was saving. I did some artwork in it. I was
Oh,
really into I follow someone on YouTube who does bullet journaling, and this was her artwork, and she did like a
oh, how
little
cool.
pocket thing. Oh wait, I have yeah. So anyways, this is when I was really into, what's the name of this show? I just wrote "Have a Blessed Day." I drew oh gosh, why can't I think of this?
Oh,
Anyway,
I know
Handmaid's Tale.
The
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
I
That's what I
was
was
really
like.
into it, so I was using this as like an art notebook, but I was
Uh-huh.
being stingy with the pages. And then finally I said, just use the notebook. So I've been using it for my morning pages, but it's too thick the pages are too
Oh,
thick for me
okay.
for morning pages. So now I think I've decided that this is my notebook
That
of
is
choice.
okay.
I'll
We
be
need to
going
get
back.
you a Galen notebook. I think you would really enjoy it.
Do they sell them at Atlas? Because I could always,
Yeah, well, I think so. Atlas carries Galen. Vanessa carries
Vanessa does.
Galen.
Well, okay.
Um, I'm trying to think of Drongles carries
Mm.
Galen. So if they carry Galen
Well,
products, chances are they probably have the notebooks too.
yeah, I know that Karina, I think her ink journal is the one she shows all the time. It's a Galen leather one. So,
Mm.
okay. All right. There's Vanessa costing me more money today. I don't care for running. And for a
Right.
pen, if asked today, I mean, I have the ones that are sentimental, like, okay, I'm not even gonna get into that. I I think I would take my 149.
I was gonna I was thinking you would say that because you really are in love
I've
with
been
that
really
one.
enjoying it, and
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much, and I still think I might wanna, I've been actually looking at a second one, but I think I should just have this nib tuned. Yeah, I just think it's a classic and I always reach for it and I'm never disappointed. And it does have an ebonite feed and it is
Mhm.
a piston fill. And I kind of wish sometimes it was a little bit like a medium nib, but
Mm.
for what it is, I'm always reaching for it. So I guess that would be my combo, which is kind of boring, like not what I would think.
No, I don't think it's boring, again, so this is the part you're looking at the performance over the looks.
Yeah, and it also is pretty. I mean, the 149 is pretty.
It has a beautiful,
The nib
classic
is
silhouette,
gorgeous.
so
Yeah. Yeah, I've been really liking it. So, I guess maybe that would be my choice today.
well, there
Today.
you go.
We can
That could change next year,
we
you
can
never
have our
know.
castaway choices another week, and we can see that's not really a holiday edition either. I didn't go holiday at all. At all. I broke my own rules. Um, but yeah. I have not even done, like, currently inked for December. Like, I was saying that I was gonna, like, switch over and move into some of, like, my little holiday stuff, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm terrible at currently ink because I just ink whatever I want and
I'm the same. I
unsee it
can't do
whenever
that.
I want, and I keep trying to be consistent, and I'm just not, and it's already December 13th, and I haven't really formally switched over any of my pens. I cleaned out a couple the other day. Like, this is currently not inked up, so I have to decide what I wanna put in here.
Right.
You know what ink I did get that I was really excited about that was hard to find is the Winter Spice Diamine.
Oh,
It's
I
so pretty.
is
Uh,
it?
it has, like, look at the blue shimmer in it. It
Oh
has
my
a blue
goodness.
shimmer, and I think it's like a green sheen. It is so pretty. So what did I inked this up with something. These bottles are so inexpensive. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, they're aren't they
Calamine
they're
in general, yeah.
yeah, they're close to the $20 mark, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was $17 for
17
a gajillion, yeah,
for
mil.
a lot of ink.
A lot of ink will last a very long time. For sure. Lori, darling, your business may require plans and systems and organization, but your pen life absolutely does not. This is true. This is true. I struggle with organizing on my other channel, and I always have like inventory issues. Like I'll lose a top here or there, and someone buys it, and I'm like frantic, and I'm trying to get it all under control. But yeah, I
Oh
guess over here,
gosh.
there aren't any rules with pens. I can just go with it. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm sorry I didn't have a code, like, handy. I think I have a code for cult pens, but I'm glad you went ahead and got it because I find
You have a code for Colt pens?
something like, but it's only, the weird thing is it's only for 10%. Like, I've gotten messages from them, like, when someone uses my code, I get 10% off my purchase, but they always have 10% off anyways, I feel. I don't even know what my code is or how to give it. That's why when Kate DM'd me, I'm like, where did I find it? But I occasionally get a message from Cult Pens that says, you know, this is your code. Your friend bought something, and I have no
Oh,
idea where I
wow.
have it written. So I don't know. I'm bad. But yes, and a lot of times when I've gone to buy Winter Spice, it's been sold out in everywhere. So
Oh
Cult
my
Pens had it,
goodness.
and it was inexpensive. So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
I like
gosh,
Colt
Paul.
pens.
My worlds are colliding. This is my friend Paul. Hi, honey. He started journaling every day, and Paul just recently lost like 75 pounds. He just got engaged.
Wow.
He's so adorable. He lives in Florida, and he's an awesome human. And I was on his live for reselling, and he's like, "So what's up with the journaling, Lori? Like, what you talk about pens? What's going on?" And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to journal with a pen, but I think you should write every morning. And he started doing morning pages, and I was so flattered. And then
That is very
now
cool.
he's living his best life right now. Maybe it
Well,
was the
good for
journaling.
you.
Goulet restocked Winter Spice today. That is great to go. Stop with the facts about me. I'm
With
so
the facts.
He's an impressive guy. He is. I love Paul. Such a sweetheart. Um, yes, it is amazing. I asked him for some tips. I'm like, Paul, I need some tips on what you did to lose. And he said, you don't need any tips, but he cut out carbs. He cut out sugar. He walked 15,000 steps a day.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
he's like 6'5" or something. I've never met Paul in person, but he's a tall guy.
Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
forgot tall. Yeah, he's super tall. I'm very proud of him.
Wow.
And he's got beautiful blue eyes. He's a love. Um,
Mm.
anyways, where are we at, friends? We have 57 friends here, Vanessa. That's
Oh
so
my
much.
goodness.
I know.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
okay, Paul, tell us more. How has journaling helped? How has journaling helped? What are you still writing every morning? I'm wondering if it's he's really big in task lists too, like checking off lists and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that. That's a nice form. I consider that journaling
Oh,
too.
that reminds me. Where
You're just
is
getting
it?
stuff done, you know?
I
It's
could
wonderful.
see. I actually got some lists at Drum Goals last weekend that were lists that you could tick off. Where did I put them?
How was
It's
prom goals last week? Wasn't Kirk Spear there?
Yeah, Kirk was there, and I got 2 nib grinds from him. I have that's why I buy pens with broad nibs because I bring it to him so he can do his thing to him and have, a nib that's special.
So
So he
what
ground
did
my
you get?
show nib.
Oh,
What
your
did I got? I
or
got his um, Tonto grind, which is kind of
okay.
like
Like a
I
hand.
think it's meant to be like the shape of like a sword or like I don't, the tip is kind of pointy. It's interesting, but I can't remember what the other grind is that I got. But yeah, he does such a good job. I even told him at one point, I said, "Dealer's choice. Do what you want to it.
I love
Whatever
that.
you want to do. Do something fun."
I've never worked with any other nib grinder, but it was just amazing the difference in the pens. Amazing.
Yeah, he's really really good. He's really good.
I have been considering because I'm probably not going to see him until the spring or
The
whatever.
next pen show, yeah, he goes to almost all of them.
Yes, and I think I mentioned that little pen, the Senator, the little vintage pen that I bought that I love so much. It's honestly one of my favorite nibs, and it's on this little like quiet little brand that I'd never heard of. This is the pen right here. He called it a fine stub. And I love
Okay.
how this writes so much. I really want to send this pen to Kirk with like 4 other pens and just say, make it right like this. Like whatever this
Yeah,
is. I feel like he could do that. Like he could diagnose whatever this is, like write with it and he would know
I think
exactly.
so. Yeah, I
I
think
love the way
so.
this pen writes so much. And I'm thinking of a few pens that I would just love to send because I feel like when you're not there to do the back and forth, it's not
Yeah,
as
it's
effective.
harder to do that. That's what, yeah, because he ground one of them, and I wrote with. I was like, I like it, but I want it to be smoother.
Mhm.
So he took it and he smoothed it out some more, and then it was perfect. So yeah, so like if you were to, I mean, and he does really good with, if you were to send stuff to him and he sends it back. But you're right. There's something about being able to be with him in person and give your, like, like I like it a little more like this, and he's like, okay.
Yeah, like it's not nothing personal, and a lot depends on, if you hold your pen up high or if you're at
Hmm.
a lower angle. Because I do have a few pens that I notice if I adjust, it makes the world of difference, but it's not like naturally where I hold my pen.
Right.
I had only
Right.
one pen ground down to cursive italic that I wasn't there, and it's just not the same. And it's kind of
Mhm.
like you got to find that sweet spot. And if you're holding it just so, but it's not, it shouldn't be that way. It should be like your natural. And they did a
Right.
great job with it. It just, I think it's just a little off for me. So I hesitate.
Mhm.
So I wonder if I sent him this pen and a few others, if I could just say, work your
Make it like this.
work your magic, Kirk, work it.
Yes.
Um, I'm so far behind on the thing. Oh, wait a second. Writing every morning clears my mind. With ADHD, I have never-ending thoughts in my brain, and it's good to get them out on
Oh,
paper.
yeah,
So true. Clear the cobwebs first in the morning, right?
definitely.
Willem says, this was great fun. Glad I found the stream, but it's 23:20.
It's
Oh,
late.
late. Well, thank you for joining us. We really do
I
appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. Yes.
Get some sleep. Kirk is awesome. So very nice. He really
Mm.
is, Janice. There's a lot of pens you can try. Yes. So he on display, it's funny because in one of my little traveler's notebooks, when I sat down at Kirk's table, he has TWSBIs and
Mm.
they're all inked up with like different colors and they all have the special nib grind. So I
Right.
wrote for reference in my notebook with all the different TWSBIs. And then I settled on the Waverly.
Okay.
What did I have the Waverly done on it? I think it was on one of my Esterbrooks I brought, and he did the Waverly on it. And it's so great. And it's got it's like a little food day. It kind of like holds a
Yes.
little
Well,
bit.
I didn't. I only had broad nibs with me, so I wanted to get the Waverly, but I didn't have the right nib for
Oh,
him to
okay.
work on. So I'd say, okay, well, next time I see you, I'm gonna have a nice a nib that he can work with because
Sure.
I
But
want that one.
I did find that was super helpful to be able to write with a pen right
Oh
there
yeah,
that was designated
definitely.
like whatever nib. And I remember saying, well, what's the one that you do for Esterbrook? Is it the needlepoint? Is that his?
Yes.
And I said, "Why don't you do that?" And he was very honest. He just looked at me, he goes, "Why don't you just order it from Esterbrook? Like, I am in front of you." Like, and I'm like, "All right, it's a really good point, Kurt." He's like, "I mean, I'll
Yeah.
do it. I can do that one in my sleep." He's like, "But I am here, like custom nib grind. Like, get what you want. You can order
Yeah,
that anytime." And I'm like, "Okay,
that
okay."
is true. That's a good point.
It was fantastic advice because I did have him there, and so it was great. It was great.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. It's 5:30. I'm always sad when this chat ends because it's such an escape for me. I'm always so sad.
Well,
Um,
there's always next week. What's is
yeah,
it? It's not Christmas yet. Next
no,
Monday, is it?
nope.
No,
So
we have next Monday.
I think we discussed the last time we chatted that we will do next Monday. And then obviously we're not going to stream on Christmas Day.
Right.
Um, but I think I'd be up for New Year's Day. But
I
we
can
can,
probably
we
do
can
New
revisit
Year's Day.
that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the kid invasion in about 40 minutes. The first is going to arrive, and then
Oh my goodness.
Friday the baby arrives, and then Anthony's only here for a few days because he doesn't have a lot of time off from work. But it's always different energy in the house, and if I can sneak away without like 12, 20-year-olds, and it's with them comes the entourage of kids. So
Yeah.
but we'll definitely plan for next Monday. What's the date? It would
I think
be
that's the was the 18th. I thought I
okay.
just looked at it. Let me see. That would be
Bye,
yes, the
Joey.
18th.
Joey said bye, juicy broads.
Bye, Joey.
Bye, Joey.
Bye
Um,
bye.
and tell us, thanks, Charmaine. It's so nice to get to talk to everybody. If you guys have any suggestions for conversation,
Yeah. Good
usually I'm
topic.
like trying to type it in and I'm really just like thinking off the cuff. But there's always so many directions we can go in once we start chatting. But this was a really fun conversation. Thank you,
Yeah,
Vanessa.
for sure. Well, thank you. I always appreciate it. It's always a good time.
Yep. And also, Vanessa and I are talking about starting a YouTube channel specific to Juicy Broads in
Mhm.
January. So we just kind of have to, thanks, Charmaine. Have a great night. Um, good night. Good night, Heidi. I'll talk to you tomorrow, hun. Bye. Yeah, so we're probably going to start our own YouTube channel for Juicy Broads. So we'll be sure to give everybody the links once we get our act together to do that. So
Right.
do we want to try that for January 1st? Do you think maybe like the 8th we'll shoot for that?
Well, then how about we announce it on the first, and then the next week we'll
Okay,
move
that
over
sounds
to
good.
another
And
channel.
we'll have
So
we'll
yeah.
have some we'll chat. The blind pen that didn't work out. I'm sending you your pen. So we'll have that. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Yes, thank
Bye.
you for tuning in.
Oh wait, I missed this one.
Oh,
Get a flex grind to a curve. I hate how scratchy. Oh, hurts my teeth. Oh, that's too bad. Looking forward to your new YouTube channel. Thank you so much. We're having so much fun. All right,
yes.
everybody, write your hearts out over the next week, and we will see you next Monday. Mwah. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Bye.
In here. Good night.
See y'all
Bye.
next week.
See ya.